Well, hello, Facebook family. It is Friday, May 4th at 7:28 p.m. And we're still here.
Of course we're still here.
But, we wanted to wish you, look at this. Did I spell this? Look, now you have to talk while I go on. National. Am I good?
National.
All right. Okay, good. So I thought I did. Sorry. We're back. And I hope you can hear us. So we wanted to wish you a happy National Small Business Week.
Yes, this is the end of Small Business Week.
Yes. And so just so you know, in 1963, the president issued a proclamation announcing that it was National Small Business Week during this time, actually from April 29th ending tomorrow. And the premise is to recognize critical contributions from America's entrepreneurs and business owners. So what you should keep in mind is that half of America either owns or works for a small business. And small businesses create 2 out of 3 new jobs in the U.S. every year.
Those are sobering statistics.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But more importantly, we want to bring it back home for the African American Chamber. So we want to talk about how can you support your local African American small business. And so we have an article from our very own Miss Laura Dorsey. We were talking and she was asking me for some input and I was able to give her that. We want to share the 6 items. And actually, she told me I can share the 6 items that I talked to her about. But first, Laura, why don't you give them the 6?
Let me give you a little bit of what this article is going to be about. That's going to be an upcoming issue of Onyx. We celebrated the 50th anniversary of Dr. Martin Luther King's death. And so there was all kinds of information about where we have come in the past 50 years. Well, one of the things that we have not done well in the past 50 years is been making sure that the wealth gap still exists. And so talking with a couple of people, met with Lena, met with Ken Bradshaw. Hey, Ken, thanks for your input. To talk about the wealth gap, the wealth divide, and what's going to happen with it. One of the things that Ken and I talked about is that the fact that the dollar, when you make your dollar, in the Black community, that dollar only circulates for 6 hours before we've taken it out of the community.
6 hours.
6 hours before you've gotten paid on Friday. And taking the money out of the community. Lena, don't look away from that. Shameful. Taking the money out of the community. In other communities, it's 17 days.
That's the white community.
It's 20 days in the Jewish community. And in the Asian community, it's 30 days.
Drop the pen.
Okay, you can drop the pen, Lena. Okay, 30 days. And so the question is that, okay, so now that we know the problem, how do we fix it?
How do we fix it? Weeks, yes, Rose, weeks in other communities.
Yes.
6 hours in the Black community that our dollar circulates. So how do we fix it?
Right. So I went to the expert. I came to Lena and said, Lena, okay, I want to give our readers some options on how to be able to fix this.
And she published me, y'all. She published what I said. Okay, so number 1, shop online so that we can support Black businesses. There are multiple websites. There's official Black Wall Street. There are other websites that have individuals who have Black-owned businesses, Black products. We have our very own. Mike Felix has a group, Black-owned businesses in Orlando. So shop online and shop Black.
Absolutely.
So that goes into the Black business directories and online clusters, right into what I was saying Mike has, what there's another, Amir has one that's nationwide, all even on Facebook. And there's some other website links that I'll drop in later for you, but you can also, you can Google them and you can type them right in. If you're on, clearly you like social media, you can type it right in your browser and you can find them. Okay.
Speaking of social
media. That's all you have to do. If you want to support African American businesses, then look for the directories. You can always ask for recommendations for other folks who have used it, because so the thing is, we never want to jeopardize the quality of product, but we do want to support. So you can ask for recommendations from other individuals. All right. 4, Chamber of Commerce.
Well, Lena, okay. You can also post recommendations. When you decide that you've had a great experience, I am not a vegan, but I tell you what, I know more about vegan soul food restaurants from Shireen.
Oh look, yeah,
okay,
look,
she is every
tag her in the comments.
Just every week telling us about a brand new vegan restaurant that she's attended, and she posted pictures. She is their number one advertisement, and guess what? Didn't cost them anything. But it doesn't cost her anything to share her experiences either.
Absolutely not. So social media, utilize it. We're on it for all other sorts of things. I was trying to get Demetria too, because she is the number one advocate of Black Wall Street and circulating the dollar. All right. So then going to the Chamber of Commerce, do you know that we have a directory right online of businesses? You can go to www.blackcommerce.org. You can click on for directory and you can see the vendors and businesses we have in different categories, right?
Absolutely. And this is not only for our Central Florida area, but for the state. So if you're traveling somewhere else, if you're going somewhere else, you could actually go to that chamber in that particular area and look at that directory. We get calls here every day that says, I'm new to the area. I'm looking for a Black doctor. I'm looking for an electrician. I'm looking for a painter. I'm looking for a realtor. Every day.
And that goes to number 5, just a doctor away. I am so happy at this 40th year of my life. I have all African-American doctors. And they're giving me the best service that I have had ever and helping me. But it was because I asked questions, asked for recommendations, attended conferences and was connected with them. And so it is an entirely different feeling. And, we pay a lot of money for healthcare. Mm-hmm. So why not make sure we have someone who has our vested interests? I'm not just saying because a doctor is African-American that they're going to have your best interest, but you can look, and if it's an option, you can support. So I've changed my dentist. I have an African-American dentist. I have an African-American OBGYN. I have an African-American dermatologist.
You're going to go to the doctor anyway. Why not support a doctor, who understands what you're going through? And
then political action. We have to learn more about policy and how policy affects our business. Mike, I was just talking about you. I saw that you put a thumbs up. I've talked about your group 3 times. You found pediatrician. So yes, Dr. Candace is a pediatrician as well. Yeah. And these are quality doctors. So Mike, I think he came on for a minute, but check out Mike's group. So when you're talking about social media and finding other directories and clusters of Black-owned businesses, yes, okay. And so that sums it up. But I mean, there's no magical solution. But if we just try to grassroots initiatives, one at a time,
But it is also making sure that we stay informed. Also, this is a midterm election year, and if you can't do nothing else, if you don't even listen to the news, what's going on with the politicians and how they're dealing with things is going to be important. So if government policies encourage wealth building in white America and not necessarily in Black America. So what we need to make sure that we do is that we look at politicians who are going to support our initiatives.
Yes.
Again, we're nonpartisan, so I'm not talking any political party. I'm talking about making sure that you do your research. And if there's a politician out there who's going to support the initiatives of small minority Black-owned businesses, then you want to make sure that you throw your support behind that politician.
And as we had Clerk Tiffany Moore Russell on a panel, and she was talking about, and Letitia Adams, who is a lobbyist, and she said we have to make sure that we hold them accountable. So it's not just about voting people in, but understanding policy and so forth. And Shireen, I tagged you because Laura gave you just a wonderful shout out, said that you do such a good job of sharing in fact, you have to go back and see how eloquently she said it. She said she knows nothing about vegan food, but
now I do.
Now she does. Okay. So we just wanted to share that with you all. Happy Small Business Week. And just, Laura, can you briefly tell what we've done to support small business?
We have been out in the community because that's what we do. Out in the community, making sure that we take a look at what's going on for Small Business Week. I attended a luncheon at Second Harvest Food Bank that was just so amazing to me. It was the Pine Hills Neighborhood Improvement District. Cora Miles Jefferson, I met her there, and a few other people too. They'll be able to take a look at what's going on in the community as far as like small business is concerned. One of the things that I learned and again, this is something that I learned. You probably all already know it. There is a business assistance for neighborhood corridors, a bank program, and it is a reimbursement program that you can get for free money for just making sure that the outside of your business is looking good if you live in that particular Pine Hills area. I thought this was great. Everybody should know about this. So if you don't know about it, I'm making sure that you find out about it, and we're going to be posting it out on our website for.
And City of Orlando has one that's similar. So I just want to say, hey Juanita, anybody I missed, hey Rose, hey Marilyn, and I don't know if Dr. Young is still with us. I saw Willie Carey join. And so Rose is talking about download Vote Spotter app. It's really good. Yes, we heard about that at the conference. So to keep up with who are your local politicians, so that we can know what's going on and hold them accountable, so it can help our business grow. What's wow, Shireen? What's wow? You have to tell us. I'm intrigued now. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. And while you're doing that, okay.
So now while you're doing that, it's also making sure that we're aware of what's going up. Okay. Very much thanks to Carolyn Austin, who invited me with her to an event the other day. What's up downtown? Project DTO update. They are putting millions and millions of dollars into the downtown projects. And of course, we all know this. We see the buildup in downtown. But downtown, the Paramore area and what it's going to look like, I just want to make sure that we're all aware of all the different projects that are going on in the downtown area within the development area. And again, if we want to sit at the table, if we want to be part of it, we want to be informed. And so special thanks to Thomas Chapman, who gave an eloquent presentation about all the different things that are going on with the Downtown Orlando project. Commissioner Regina Hill was there too, and very, very much involved in this. And again, making sure that we're aware of what's going on so that we can make good decisions about supporting not only our small businesses, but our community.
Mama said if you're not sitting at the table, then you must either be on the menu or serving.
Yes.
We have to be at the table. Mm-hmm. All right. So you're going to send all that out. And all right. So just again, we want to say happy National Small Business Week. Mm-hmm. And we hope that those tips help you. And we hope that you continue to support small businesses so that we can get the circulation rate up. Let's end out on that one more time. Where are those stats? End out on those stats. So $1 circulates 6 hours in the Black community. Not good. 17 days in the white community, 20 days in the Jewish community, and 30 days in the Asian community. We got to do better, Laura.
Yes.
Help us do better, y'all. Let's do better. Yeah. So
if we all make a commitment, out of the tips that Lena said, if you just make a commitment to do one of them, do one. Okay. If we all do one and, we pay it forward.
Go join Mike's group. Mike, post your group when you do the replay here. Mike Felix, post your group here. I don't want to steer people wrong. And then visit our directory. So we have, I'm dropping Mike in here. Why can't I find Mike? Okay. It's Mike Felix.
Okay. And drop Ken in there too, because these statistics, we did the research. I didn't make these statistics up. Okay. Ken gave me a lot of these statistics that have to do with the Black dollar, and Lena pointed me in the right directions for these tips. So,
well, I'm going to have to tag Mike another way, but I'm going to see if we can get Ken Bradshaw. Mm-hmm. There he goes. Okay. So we're dropping Ken. Mm-hmm. All righty. Okay. Well, you all have a wonderful Friday and stay safe.
Okay. Small Business Week still is going into effect tomorrow. So if you haven't done it, smile and shop a small business on.
Thank you, Marilyn. See, B.O.B. Mike's group. Bam. There you go. Circulate the dollar.
Circulate the dollar. Okay.
Hi, Precious. So we're leaving. Hey, Arlene. So everybody shop small, shop Black.
Yep. Because guess what? Here at the Chamber, we mean business. And that means small Black businesses too.
All right. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Bye.